All right, so you found this video. Maybe you are a model kit enthusiast or a Gunpla builder like I am, and you thought, I wonder if there's any Halo model kits. Well, the answer is there were. I'm not entirely sure when they discontinued these. It's kind of difficult to find on the internet. But this was a series of model kits produced by Bandai through this Sprukits label, and they had a very brief run. I'd imagine this came out around the time when Halo 4 was popular, or maybe just after the game had launched or whatever. But here we are, I don't know, 8 years later, after, like, post Halo 4, and that's when I got this thing. I got this one last summer, and then I have another one that I'm going to show you in just a minute here that I did a lot of custom work on. So get the camera in a nice little spot here. So this is the Halo 4 version of the Master Chief armor. It's a pretty iconic look. Some people hated it. I really liked it. It's a really big kit. Just because I have him standing here. Here he is next to a Master Grade Gundam. That's Gundam EZ8, and you can see he's 2.5, 3 inches taller than that. So it's a pretty large model kit, but in terms of the difficulty of this kit, like the articulation and things like that, it's more like a high-grade Gundam if you're used to building Gundams, which isn't to say that it's bad by any means. I mean, it's articulated enough. We'll start showing that. You know, in the head, we have a ball joint in there, and then there's like 2 pegs that kind of rock the neck back and forward. So you can get, good amount of rotation all the way around, as if that were possible with a human head. A little bit of side to side. It's as far up as he's looking, and that's as far down as he's looking. Arms are also attached on ball joints. Not so strong ball joints. You can see the battle rifle wants to drag that arm down. But this kit, I'm assuming, is about 8 years old. So, I mean, it's not the freshest materials in there. We have a rotation at the upper arm. The shoulder armor is attached via ball joint. We have a slight double joint in the elbow there, just a little bit. And then a ball joint for the wrist. That's it. It comes with a couple different types of hands to put in there. 2 sets of fists, 2 sets of the shooting hands, and then just one kind of, maybe like a Cortana, holding Cortana hand. And that's it. And it's for the hands. He comes with the battle rifle, the assault rifle, and 2 pistols. I have those put away right now. I just kind of grabbed him off the shelf because you really don't see a ton of videos about this kit, and especially what I did to my other one. So I'm gonna make this kind of like a two birds, 1 stone sort of video. So let me oh boy. Okay, so we'll keep going. At the torso and waist, there's ball joints, and you can get about that. It's quite a lean back, and then that's about it for crunching forward, which doesn't even look like he's crunching forward. The hips rock down for, maybe more dynamic poses like that, and then they can rock back up for standing. There's a peg and a polycap in there for a little bit of rotation at the upper leg. There's a slight double joint at the knee. Not super intense, but it gets the job done. The foot is on 2 pegs. There's a peg in there, and then there's a peg in there. And then the toe moves also. And then there's a little bit of side-to-side motion. So he's pretty posable. I don't even remember seeing these when Halo 4 came out. I definitely wasn't into the hobby back then. And I super regret that, because this would have been an awesome kit to find when it was new and probably cheaper. I paid $50 for this one last summer, and they're more and more rare these days. I don't see them online too much anymore. I had to go to eBay for this one. And as you can see, I have some attempted weathering and stuff on him. This big black gash on the armor there, that comes pre-molded. So there's really nothing you can do about that. Let me take that back. If you're, and I know there are guys who are really talented out there, they could probably putty that up and mirror the other side. I'm not quite at that point yet, but you definitely could, I guess. If you wanted to, you could definitely fix that up and just go full custom with this. And that's kind of what I did with my other one. So this is my other Master Chief that I did. I just finished him last month. This one was my first attempt at a lot of different things. So this was my first attempt at realistic weathering on a kit. You might have seen me post this on Reddit not too long ago. But so this is that kit, and this was my first attempt at, like I said, realistic weathering, but also airbrushing. I haven't airbrushed a kit at all yet, so this was the first time. So I had to figure, and I do not have a good airbrush, so there was a lot of hurdles trying to get this to work. But ultimately, I think it did work out. All right. And I'm also not good with YouTube stuff, so you're not gonna get any fancy edits. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah, this one cost me significantly less. This one was like $30 all in told, but it was pre-built, so I had to clean up all the nubs that were on it, and there was a lot, and that was a mess. But if you were to just find one, this is more. I mean, this is 100% what it's going to look like out of box, put together. I panel lined it and used this Tamiya Weathering Master Kit poorly on it. And I put some decals on it from an old Gundam that I had left over. But yeah, so I mean, they're decently articulated. You can get some good poses. They come with some good accessories. It's pretty realistic. It's pretty big for a kit. Unfortunately, they're increasingly rare, and the prices are all over the place. So if you're a fan of Halo 4's Master Chief armor, this is it. And if you like model kits, this is the way to go. There's some level 2 kits, and I think they're like up to his leg. They're not very big. They're smaller, I think, than some modern high-grade Gundams. And I think they're going to run you on eBay about the same price. I think you can get Thorn and Palmer. Usually I see those two together for the price that I paid, I think, for this one. So, I mean, if you're going to pay that, you might as well just get Master Chief. I feel like that's probably what you're there for anyways, is finding him. But yeah, I don't in the Gunpla circles and in the scale model circles, this Master Chief doesn't have a home. So I wanted to kind of combine those two circles, right? I wanted to combine the kind of fantasy element that Gunpla has, where it's sci-fi anime, but then really wanted to try my hand with like realistic weathering and detailing, like the scale model guys do. Because like if you've ever seen Night Shift video, I mean his videos are insane. The level of detail and attention that he puts into his models is unreal. If you've never seen one of his videos, I cannot stress enough, please go watch one of his videos, because if you're a beginner and this is the skill level that you're at when it comes to like weathering or detailing and stuff, his videos will show you how to make this look, I mean, way better than my other one. He's been doing this for a very long time. So if he were to have one of these kits, I mean, it would be mind-blowing, right? But you have to kind of try it on your own eventually if you want, if you want it to start looking good. I'm going to do a separate video about the chronicling of, my progression of skill. And I think a lot of you guys are going to be able to relate to it, because there seems like there's only one end of the spectrum or the other when it comes to YouTube. You don't really see guys, show you how they got to where they are. They just show you, oh, here's my ultra realistic Gundam, and you're like, well, where's step 1 through 8 on that, dude? You're already at step 20. So like, how do I even start? So I have a few of my I don't want to call them failures, but my skills at the time kits, examples of those, and I'll make another video and I'll talk about that. And hopefully, if you're interested in this topic, that'll help you. And if you didn't know that Master Chief came in a model kit form, here you are. Here's 2 of them. That is the box that they will come in. Well, that one of them will come in if you get one. And they're not impossible to find, but like I said, they're getting to a point where the price is going to start getting wild. Hopefully, with Infinite coming out soon, maybe some interest will be restored in the model kit line, and maybe we'll get some new ones. That would be really cool. I would love that. But if you didn't know about these, here they are. The Halo 4 Master Chief by Sprukits by Bandai. The one you never saw, and then the one maybe you might have seen on Reddit or other places. This is mine. I did this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you found it, give me a follow. I would appreciate that. Vam the Destroyer on YouTube here. Destructicus V on Reddit. That's where you would have seen this Master Chief on the left there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, I guess. I'll be back with another video in just a little bit about my failures, I guess, in a sense. Thank you.